Raw went off the air. We had to go on the internet to find this. Liv Morgan just decided to make out with Dom Mysterio on the ramp.
Dev, how you feel about that? I just want your opinion.
I have no opinion. It
Deven?
happened. It happened.
Devin Ziegler, would you like to give your opinion?
It should have been me! Now we shooting. It's like bloodline member.
Yeah, the nasty rivalry with Honolulu Hank the other year.
IMFT? What does that mean?
My friend Tama.
That's what Tag Me In is all about. Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Tag Me In podcast. I am your host, Zach Birkenstock. I am here with one of my really good friends and then another guy who I think is going to piss me off tonight. I'm going to intro Eli first because I actually like him. Eli, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling really good. Episode 10.
Number 10. Double digits, boys.
So I think it's going to be a perfect 10 episode, and I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. And, somebody, one of us three decided to go 5-0 on their predictions last week. Deven Groves, how are you? How are you today? How are you feeling?
My name is not Devin. You will call me by undefeated Dev. Thank you very much.
I'm not calling you
So
that.
say that again, please.
I'm not calling you that. Why are you swallowing the microphone? I understand you're excited, but calm down.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I can make predictions and they just come to life. Sorry. Not my fault.
Whatever.
Sorry. Liver here
Whatever.
or something?
Hey.
Or
Oh, no, listen, Elijah, I respect you because you got your shit from last week, man. I respect that. Not last week, from the last PLE, but Zach needs to get his shit together. So, 4-1. He picked Chad Gable. Boom.
What are we talking about? You're so disrespectful. All right, let's get
Love
back
you.
on track. Love me too. It's going to be a fun episode. We are going to talk about King and Queen of the Ring, obviously. We're going to be reviewing all of that. We have an absolute superstar who decided to let their contract expire. I don't love it. Very nervous about it. And as of this recording, it is Tuesday night. We record on Tuesdays. We have some breaking news because Roxanne Perez, the NXT Women's Champion, they've been teasing for weeks now who the next challenger is going to be for this championship. So I'm watching NXT tonight, and I'm thinking to myself, I know Julia's out there. She hasn't made her debut yet. She was in the crowd at Stand and Deliver, so I thought for sure this is going to be the spot where they debut Julia. I was wrong. Ava, the general manager for NXT, comes out, and whose music hits? Jordynne Grace. TNA Knockout. Jordynne Grace. She's TNA Knockout's champion, I should say. Jordynne Grace. You may remember her from the Royal Rumble this past year. I believe she entered in the top first 5, I believe. Had that interaction in the middle of the ring with Naomi. Jordynne Grace is an absolute stud. I'm so excited that this is happening. It was a legitimate shock. And from a business aspect, the amount of things that can happen from this, I am just mind blown that this is actually happening. Triple H doesn't like the term forbidden door. He said that on record. He hates that term. But this really opens up everything for a WWE TNA collaboration. I'm stoked about it. I wanted to bring this up to you guys to see if y'all share my level of excitement here, because not only this match specifically, Jordynne Grace versus Roxanne Perez, is going to be fantastic. But what does this do for the future? There's so many things, so many different directions this could go. So Eli, I'll open up the floor to you. Do you share my level of excitement here, or am I way overhyping this and looking too far into it?
Own it. I fucking love this. Full transparency, I did not see that coming at all either. I kind of spoiled the news for Deven because I texted in our little group chat right before, and I was like, "Oh my god, did you guys see that?" And yeah, Zach wasn't happy with me breaking that news, but
I was upset.
No, like I'm super excited with it because it opens the door with so many like opportunities. Because even if it's like, you know, because AEW and WWE, I don't see that happening for a hot minute. But
For sure.
WWE and TNA, that has some legs. They have some really exciting matchups. So if this is like the very beginning of that possibility, that'd be amazing. But even if it's just a one-off, I'm like, holy shit, you have a current champion from another company coming in and trying to challenge for your company's championship. That's money right there.
It's going to be amazing, and I did not come up with this, so I don't want to take credit. I actually read a tweet from Santi Zap on Twitter that said, "Shout out Santi Zap, great content." He actually said that like he connected dots real quick for me, where the interaction between AJ Styles and Nick Aldis in Nick Aldis' office on this past episode of Friday Night SmackDown, this Jordynne Grace coming in and this door being open, this forbidden door, as they say, being open. What if we're going to get a AJ Styles one last run, but in TNA? I think that would be so cool. And if that's eventually what this leads to, that would be amazing. Deven, I feel like I just broke some news to you that this is now a possibility, and I see you over there contemplating. I wish I could see your eyes, but you're busy being a douchebag. But do you like the idea of that? It like if we get AJ Styles back in TNA, like that's just the perfect story ending to his career, right?
AJ Styles was the face of TNA. He is TNA, man. And if we were able to see him just have one more run down in TNA, that'd be awesome.
Oh man.
This opens up a lot of things because Redactive, they're not like the Forbidden Door. This See, it irks me a little bit inside because like the potential we could have had with some other companies to bring other wrestlers to the WWE, or you know, with TNA could have come to the WWE and have matches, dream matches. Are you kidding me? Now with Triple H running it, he's slowly doing it. He's not like, all right, we're ramming this door right now, we're going to do it. But I like what he's doing. He's taking his time with it. And Jordynne Grace, if you haven't noticed, she was already at the Royal Rumble. She caught my attention, and she was awesome. Imagine if she won the Royal Rumble. Like, imagine her going to WrestleMania. Like, that'd be insane. I don't think it's going to happen. But now she has a chance to win the NXT Championship, Women's Championship on Saturday at Battleground. Imagine that.
That would be crazy.
It would just show that Triple H is open to anything, and I'm all for it. Give me it.
Because I want to go to the AJ Styles thing real quick. If that does happen and AJ returns to TNA, wins the championship, whether if it's either like X Division or World title, and then like bounces back and forth between TNA and WWE, that would be insane. Like, because it would be like he defends the TNA World Heavyweight Championship against a WWE guy, and you're like, holy shit. And you're thinking, because you're like, this could actually fucking happen.
Yeah,
this is something like if you would have told me this 5 years ago, I'd be like, "There's no chance in hell."
No way. There'd been no way 5 years ago.
You get it? No chance in hell.
No.
You get it?
Oh, I did not catch that, but that's a good reference. That's 2 Vince McMahon drops in this episode. We're not even 10 minutes in.
VKM.
VKM.
VKM. One more thing on this Forbidden Door. It's really cool because there's wrestlers on Twitter that are interacting with each other. Apollo Crews sent out a tweet that said, does this mean that I can finally get to defend my X Division championship? And then Mustafa Ali then replied to that saying something about the Cruiserweight championship. So I think that these possibilities are
oh my fucking God.
absolutely endless. Absolutely endless. And I think
awesome.
I think it is really, really cool.
What a time to be a fan.
It's honestly like business is booming, and TNA, from what I understand, is kind of dying as well. So
they need this. It's so sad. Like,
yeah, they've been on a roller coaster.
They definitely have been.
They had some really good highs, but some really bad lows too. So
I mean, they fired their president, which everyone at TNA loved.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Why the fuck did you do that?" I don't know. I don't know enough about modern day TNA, but I was like, why the hell did that happen? Like, did he say something like messed up? Is it kind of like a VKN thing?
That's what I thought.
No, he just got let go for
3. That's three references. I don't love it.
Big Red's on a roll right now.
All right.
Sorry.
Let's move on. Before we bring up Vincent Kennedy anymore.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, the Jordynne Grace thing I'm really excited about. So I'm very excited to see where that leads. I know we started the show a little different today, but I was really excited about the whole TNA thing. So we're now going to get into our regularly scheduled program. We start every show off with an icebreaker, as we all know. This week, Elijah has the pleasure of presenting an icebreaker to us, and I think that it has something to do with AEW. So this whole multiple brands thing lends perfectly to what Elijah's about to say.
Yeah, I honestly think it's kind of ironic because I had my icebreaker before I even knew the Jordynne Grace thing happened and then the quote-unquote Forbidden Door stuff. Complete coincidence. I'm not even going to lie to you because my icebreaker for today was a potential Forbidden Door with WWE and AEW. Like I said before, probably not going to happen. But
oh man,
if you could have one match, just one, between AEW and WWE, who are you going with? And I am going to take the floor first because I would pay big bucks to go see this. And that would be Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles.
Ooh.
Now,
okay, I see you.
Dave Meltzer would cream his fucking pants if he ever saw that. Dave Meltzer would go, that's a 7-star right there, brother.
No, like, brother, that's a 10. That's a perfect 10, please.
That's a perfect 10.
Episode 10.
Episode 10.
Sorry, we're very excited we got to double digits of episodes.
Anyway.
It's only up from here. But no, fucking Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles matchup, that I can't even wrap my brain around it. Like, the spots, the storytelling, like, honestly, if I were Triple H or Tony Khan, I would just be like, you guys have 30 minutes. I don't care what you do. Just go make a classic.
Iron Man match.
30-minute Iron Man. Oh, my God.
Boy.
Oh, we're cooking there. Where's my wallet?
Yeah, I would pay big bucks for that shit. I would love that so much. Like, that is my dream. Like, if I could, like, fucking create a wrestler or create a company and those are 2 free agents, I'm immediately putting them in for a world title. Like, that is the amount of hype that I got. That's also a match where I'm like, I don't care who wins. I would love if AJ won. I would love if Kenny would win. Regardless, it's probably one of the greatest matches that has yet, at least to my knowledge, has yet to happen. It may have happened already. Well, yeah. I mean, it kind of did with in New Japan, but just the potential of seeing it today, banger, absolute fucking banger. Because they've each grown as wrestlers since then, and I mind fucking blown with that.
Yeah, so, that'd be insane.
I'm gonna throw it to Zach. What would be your dream Forbidden Door WWE AEW matchup?
So, if you'll allow it, because this is your icebreaker, I'm going to give my answer that just popped in my head, and then I also had another one that is kind of like an honorable mention. So, the one that again, if you guys don't know how icebreakers work, we are put on the spot with these questions. We are not prepped in any way, shape, or form. We'll occasionally give like a little hint as to what it could be about, but we never know the actual question. So, when you first brought it up, AEW WWE Forbidden Door, the first thing that popped into my head was the feud, not necessarily like one singular match, but the feud that could happen between MJF and Logan Paul would be incredible. Those two on the mic cutting promos back and forth against each other, like, just that alone is enough to get me hyped for whatever they're about to cook.
Oh my gosh.
Who's the douchiest wrestler ever?
Yeah, literally. legitimate. And
I love MJF. I just want to throw it out there. I fucking
Love
love
MJF.
Originally
Love
MJF versus this guy was like, that'd be great as well. But what popped into my head first was like Logan Paul. Logan Paul MJF would be amazing. Just the mic work alone, back and forth. I'd pay money just to hear them talk to each other, because I can only imagine the amount of digs that they would take at each other, and just the crazy off the wall things that they would say. And to get in ring, that match would be amazing as well. Logan Paul is incapable of having bad matches. We'll dive into it later when we talk about King and Queen of the Ring, but Logan Paul, I feel I have not seen him have a bad match. His worst match was against Miz on SmackDown, like on a random SmackDown, his only TV match. Like, and that wasn't even a bad match. Like, every Logan Paul match is very, very good to great.
I'll say he's naturally talented. I will say that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
has a natural talent.
Logan the wrestler, I love.
Yeah, absolutely. The human.
We don't need to talk about that guy.
Less than. My honorable mention. I'm not going to dive into it too much, but something else that like popped into my head right away. Give me a Malachi Black versus Undertaker match. I honestly believe like two super dark, super creepy characters. Just I'm sure that you listeners, and you two especially, like, you all know that I'm a sucker for a supernatural character. I love my supernatural in professional wrestling. Undertaker versus Malachi Black would just scratch me right where I itch. So sign me up for that one. But my official answer is MJF versus Logan Paul.
I also have to throw in Malachi Black versus Andrade. I've never seen that match in my entire life.
And the sad part, they've been into two companies, and they had never went against each other.
Yeah,
that's so sad.
Crazy. I've never seen that in my life. That is unfortunate. I wish I could see that.
If only.
Especially if it was for like a title or something, that would be fucking.
Oh yeah, it would cook.
Gosh.
Yeah,
that would honestly take
imagine
over
Chris
the whole
Jericho
show.
Against anyone in WWE. Chris Jericho would cook with anyone in WWE. It's crazy.
Malachi Black versus Andrade.
Oh.
Malachi Black versus Andrade would take over an entire event.
It would.
Get it?
Yeah, yeah, it would. It's crazy. Especially somewhere like.
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Get us back on track. All
right.
Where are we at?
Especially if Andrade had like Zelina Vega, so I'm still in there.
Yeah, just throw it in there.
That would. I feel like that would add a lot to it too. So, if they did that one day, that'd be pretty awesome.
That'd be so cool.
Is it my turn yet?
Yeah, go, Deven, go.
So if I had to pick, I'm going to tag team. Give me the Usos versus Young Bucks.
Okay.
Yo.
Super kick party. That's a fiesta, man. That's not even.
The over under on super kicks in that match is 42.
Oh, dude, I'm going
the over.
I'm taking the over.
I'm hammering the over.
I'm taking the over. Like the Young Bucks would put the fucking shoe with like the nails at the bottom, and then Usos would super kick them, take the shoe, and then one Usos getting a nail super kick, and one Young Buck is getting a nail super kick. It's gonna be the fucking most wild thing ever.
Hey, but the good thing is that Meltzer loves the Young Bucks. So she's like, oh my goodness.
It's 5
stars.
Yeah. Yep.
But I remember Jey Uso talking, he had an interview, and they asked him about, would you ever want to go against the Young Bucks? He said, hey, if they want to come over here, we're ready. I was like, ooh, that's some fighting words.
I know we're joking. Sorry, Deven, but
are you good?
Honestly, like it would be a very fun match to watch. And
I'd pay money for that too.
They've both claimed that they're the greatest tag team to ever do it. So
that's what makes it.
It would honestly be a very, very good match. I like that you dipped into the tag team division too.
I would buy the pay-per-view for that.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, like 100%, I would buy the pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view or PLE?
It's got to be PLE.
AEW's pay-per-view.
I know. Go to streaming, Tony Khan.
Yeah, come on, Tony. Come on, Tony. Hey, way to go on the icebreakers though. That was a good one. Clap, clap, clap.
Very good icebreaker. Very good icebreaker. And ironically enough, I know that we mainly focus on WWE and what happens in WWE, but King and Queen of the Ring was not the only PLE / pay-per-view to happen this weekend. Our guy Elijah wants to dip his toes into the AEW world and talk about Double or Nothing. Some pretty wild stuff happening over there, to put it lightly. You know, one of our beloved childhood heroes is a fractured fibula.
That's his fault. I love it.
Out of
Adam,
Edge
sorry.
While, but
That's not Edge. That's Corner.
Sorry. You know what?
Corner's all elite.
But no, Elijah, I'll give you the floor here. Kind of, what did you see happen to Double or Nothing? What's on your mind? What do you want to bring to the table here for discussion?
A couple things. I'll start off with Mercedes Moné versus Willow Nightingale. That pissed me off. And I know everyone says like, I don't know why. I'm not excited about it. I want to be so bad.
Me too.
Because I like Mercedes Moné. I really do.
I get it. I don't want to slander Mercedes Moné because she doesn't deserve slander. But the way that she was introduced, and she was hyped up for what, like 2 months before she made her TV debut.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan made a whole Dynamite type of pay-per-view around Mercedes Moné called Big Business. And like we all knew that she signed there, and we knew that was going to be where she debuted, but that was what, 3-4 months ago, and she just made her debut.
2 months ago. That was back in March, so almost 3 months.
And I'm like,
yeah, and
Willow's just started. Everyone was so excited about Willow. So excited.
Yo, I respect Willow, man. I respect
I love Willow.
Yeah, Willow Nightingale. She just started heating up and just started cooking, and then I get it. Mercedes Moné is probably a bigger draw and a bigger star, and I get that. But from a business aspect, sure. But also, like, Willow Nightingale's great. Like, to just rip the title away from her.
She kind of got buried. Like, she lost to Mercedes, and then she gets betrayed by her own team.
Turned on by Chris Statlander.
Yeah. So, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And, you know what I mean?
I forgot the guy's name, but
fuck that guy.
I like him too. Stokely. I like.
Gosh, I'm sorry. That made me mad.
They should have just waited on it, because I thought it was going to happen was they're going to have the match. Mercedes was about to win, and then they finally reveal, oh my god, who attacked Mercedes Moné when she had that interview? And I was going to say it was probably like Britt Baker or something like that, because that would be a Britt Baker Mercedes Moné feud introduction to the company. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Oh,
I was kind of fucking disappointed about it. It was like, no, we're going to keep with the Willow thing, and also lol, she loses. But
yeah,
guys, come on.
Didn't love it.
Come on.
Didn't love it.
Because like there's other stuff. Like here's other title changes. So I was like, oh hell yeah! Like the Will Ospreay one.
Oh,
yes, fucking love that one,
dude.
Sure.
That one at least made more sense story-wise.
It wasn't Will versus Brian, but Will Ospreay could put on a 4-star match anytime.
Oh yeah, and Roderick Strong is a fucking
beast
too. So
very slept on for sure.
Well, in the Roderick Strong. Led into Adam Cole, which then led into
MJF is back, and I'm so happy. And
dude,
they're bringing
I
back
was so happy. I was like, yes.
They're bringing back the Adam Cole MJF feud, and I love that. So hopefully they don't drop the ball on it. I'm really crossing my fingers with it.
If they do, I will never forgive Tony Khan. I would never forget Tony Khan for this, because they kind of have been building it, but MJF is back now. But if you screw this up, I'm fighting you. I will find you.
They were both hurt, so like
you can't really do anything about that.
The storyline was going to be great, right? Like they've been building this for, feels like almost a year at this point. Is it
a year now?
I don't think it's
It
quite
feels
a year.
like a year.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite a year, but with how long they were hurt and they have both just been, not be able to be in ring, like it feels like it drug on much longer than it probably has been. But the MJF burying the Devil storyline, personally, I loved that because the whole Devil thing just fell so flat with me, and I was like super into it when it first came up, and like I was chasing that white rabbit, with the mask over Adam Cole's shoulder in the locker room and stuff like that. I was really bought into it, like when they first brought it up. But it was just one of those things, kind of like how the WWE might be doing with Uncle Howdy right now. But it was just one of those things that like just drug on way too long, and eventually it just got stale, and then they both got hurt. So that's kind of the consequences of carrying out storylines for so long. And I get why they did it, because storytelling is very important. But it just kind of fell flat for me. But the MJF return, I'm pumped about. And Elijah, did you see MJF come out in the Triple H jacket?
The Triple H
the jean jacket with the leather. Yeah,
that was dope. That was dope. I fucking loved that.
That was awesome.
That was super dope. I'm not a fan of his tattoo, but it's fine.
Yeah, that was it's awkward.
Don't talk about the tattoo. Don't
crazy.
talk about the tattoo.
That was awkward.
Great promo. Great
promo. Cool. Promo, amazing. The tattoo design itself,
boy.
But also, the two main things I want to get to: Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black. That was a fucking bonkers match. But specifically, the spot where Adam Copeland, he gets to the top, and I'm like, there's no way he's that gonna jump. Please don't jump. Come on, bro. You 50.
Bro.
You're 50, bro. Don't do it. I see
you have a family, Adam. You have a family. What are you doing?
Beth Phoenix is going to be pissed at you, brother, if you jump. So once I was like, all right, he's gonna jump. I know he's gonna jump. I'm like, what's he gonna do? He's on the table. He's probably gonna splash, do something where he can absorb his weight somehow. I see him fucking feet first, right down. I was like, no. Oh, no. It was like jumping off of a fucking high dive, and you go straight feet first, straight down into the fucking water. Except there's no water; it's just a wrestling mat. So I'm like, no, Adam, no.
There's just a human down there instead of water.
Yeah, he lands completely on his legs and then gets the elbow drop. I was like, what
Honestly,
the fuck?
Spoiler alert. Yeah, he broke his leg.
Yeah, well, I thought it was
if you don't know.
Because I saw people online being like, I don't know how he didn't break his legs. And then a report came out. He broke his leg.
Bro.
Like, oh.
He did.
Love Adam. Love him.
Yeah,
but my gosh.
I love Corner. But that was I think that's the first time I've seen something similar to that. It's Adam Copeland. I know. It's Adam.
Yeah, no, it's so funny.
I just that meme.
Man, that was a good one.
Killed me. But I was
At least he didn't get lit on fire. What do you get lit on fire or break your
I'm gonna
leg?
get to that, brother. Hold on. Because also Gangrel comes out and helps.
Oh, yep.
Gives an assist. That was super cool. That was super cool. I'm not gonna lie. That was amazing.
I think that's what he wanted. WrestleMania 39 with Finn Balor.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna come out, and he didn't.
He said in the interview with Chris Van Vliet that that was something that he pitched, but ultimately he didn't get his wish. But
because
it's really cool. It's
Redacted
really cool
was still there. Redacted was still there. If we're being real about it.
Yeah, and he didn't like Gangrel.
Yep.
So, but to go to the final thing I wanted to bring out, Anarchy in the Arena.
This guy
was amazing. Looked at the highlights for it and everything. I was like, oh my God, this is fucking cool. Like, they're having a lot of spots in the back. But that entire thing was, how many times can we kill Darby Allin?
Literally.
Literally. Oh boy, got hit by a car.
This guy.
Like, I didn't know this came from South Park.
Super kicked in the face with the nail. Like, I know I was making fun of like the shoes and the nail stuff with the Usos. They actually kicked him for shoot in the face with
Dude,
the nails.
He was hanging upside down in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, it looked like he got fucking caught by Batman.
and then Daniel Bryan.
I was expecting the suit to come out and be like,
Batman. I'm Batman. I got you, bitch. Like, oh, don't forget the guy ran over too.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like,
yeah.
But Sami got a little bit of his lick back on that because you got Jack Perry coming out with Tony Khan. They're going to beat him up. Darby Allin has a flamethrower, and I'm thinking that he's just going to scare him. Like, he's going to scare Jack Perry to be like, oh, I'm not going to mess him up. He's going to, like, kind of run away, gets led into something else, He proceeds to light Jack Perry on fire. It's real glass. Cry me a river. Nah, it's real fucking fire. Cry me a river. CM Punk is throwing his fist in the air right now.
Listen,
he's swinging.
Honestly, like I said this before we started recording, and I don't really like have much to follow up on it, but like I don't love the I don't love that spot. Okay, I thought it was crazy, and like props to Jack Perry for like doing it, but like what's the point? Like what's the point? There's no point.
Boom, baby.
Speak for yourself. I fucking love that. That was the craziest thing. I love that.
I didn't love it.
So it was innovative. It was because I've never seen that in my life. That's the point
because
of
it's an arson charge.
well,
that's why you've never seen it
with a shoe full of nails, so it's fine.
Dude, honestly, like it was cool, and like I get the idea behind it, like or anarchy in the arena or whatever, but like the fire spot, man, I don't. Maybe I'm just a baby, but like for my wrestlers to not get set on fire, like with a flamethrower.
Hey, it's okay. If you think about it, the Young Bucks were ready for it. They knew it was going to happen, so they had the fire extinguishers ready. Come on, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
I think that was probably like top 5 craziest things I've seen in a wrestling ring in my entire life.
Dude.
Any company, that was fucking.
I'm sorry,
bro.
I think what caught me off guard was more Darby just being hung up upside down
by Batman.
Bro, by Batman. Like,
I tried to say this earlier, but we were all talking over each other. I apologize to the listeners. But Bryan Danielson in the corner, just like hitting his yes chant. And I saw a tweet that said, when your boy is literally dying, but you're locked in. That was so funny. So funny. Twitter is great.
Twitter wins again.
Follow us on Twitter. Tag me in pod.
Yo, Twitter, don't ever change. Don't ever change.
It was fantastic.
Just sets his ass on fire. Yes. Cook that bitch. Yeah.
It's okay. It's just a spot. Yes.
Real fire. Cry me a river.
Wild. I didn't love it. Shout out to Darby Allin though. As much as I didn't love the spot, like Darby Allin is a dog, and
he's one of my favorite AEW.
I respect that.
Oh yeah,
man, because there's no chance that anybody else is doing that ever. Like,
god, you got me so messed up.
Ultimate risk taker.
All right, boys.
But yeah, that's my whole spiel on that.
Yeah.
Double or Nothing.
AEW is crazy.
Was fun.
It was too crazy not to bring up, at least.
For sure.
Yeah.
Double or Nothing was fun.
AEW's pay-per-views are crazy. Sorry, that's all to say.
Yeah. Their pay-per-views hold up. They're really good.
Their pay-per-view cards are absolutely wild. Go to streaming. What I mean.
Yeah, seriously. I'm not paying $50. You got me.
Just go to streaming.
I'm so messed up.
All right. From AEW over to the WWE, where we specialize. We had King and Queen of the Ring this past Saturday. And a couple things before I want to dive into each individual match. I was burying the Saudi Arabian crowd last week during our preview episode. I just want to apologize. Maybe it's a Riyadh versus Jeddah thing, I don't know if that I don't know if that's what it is, but that crowd Saturday was the best Saudi Arabian crowd I've ever seen. That crowd is amazing. They did such a good job. And what I absolutely loved was the fact that the women actually got some love too, because women's wrestling over there has never been appreciated, and it's never been a thing that like just does well over there. So the fact that the women specifically got some love was awesome, and just the crowd overall in general, like the Randy Orton entrance comes to mind. The "You Suck" for Chad Gable, like that was great. The crowd, that crowd
perfectly
deserves their flowers. Yeah, that crowd deserves their flowers because I was burying Saudi Arabia last week. So maybe, like I said, maybe it's a Riyadh versus Jeddah type thing, and Jeddah just is far superior. I don't know, but
hey, I don't know about all that. I'm just gonna keep my opinions to myself.
Hey, listen, I don't know. I've never been over there.
That's Zach's opinion, not mine.
Listen,
go on record that me and Big Red did not say anything.
Yeah, we said nothing, and
we're just listening.
We're neutral.
Anyway, moving on. Before something happens here.
I also want to bring up another crowd moment. Like someone captured it, I think, on like TikTok or something like that. But when Tama Tonga was walking back, and they're like, Tama.
I missed that. The fans.
No, you did not.
The fans.
No, you did not.
I swear to God, I swear.
We literally just found out this last week.
The one of the fans, they literally was walking back, and they're like, Tama.
That's crazy.
Dude.
I
will find the video again so we can post it on our Twitter because.
One more thing.
Great.
One more thing before we dive into the match card. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but there were WWE superstars sitting in the crowd, and they kept like panning shots, showing them.
A bunch of them.
Is that new?
That was very new. To me, I don't know. That was very new to me.
Because the last time I think I saw that like consistently was when John Cena was at WrestleMania. And they're like, is he going to wrestle? And they kept on being like, here's a match. What's John's opinion on it? And he's like over here with popcorn, just like, yeah, this is good.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets called to the back because he has a match and da-da-da-da. That was like the last time I saw it super, super consistently like that.
I know during the NXT TakeOver days, whenever they would debut new superstars, they would do that, where the new superstar would sit in the crowd and they would just take in the show with the fans and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's something that's going to start on the main roster. Like that was a really cool little surprise, and there was some they would show a wrestler on screen and the crowd would react, and it was really cool to see the connectivity of all of the wrestlers supporting each other and all that stuff. Yep. I thought that was really cool.
I love that. Mm-hmm. There was a bunch of them too. It was like Tiffany Stratton, LA Knight. Oh, LA Knight got a huge pop twice. Yeah. Gosh, yeah. Sorry, but we need to continue on that.
Yeah. All right. Let's dive into the actual show. The show opened with Becky Morgan. Restart. The show opened with Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch went in as champion. It was just a regular one-on-one match, title defense, title on the line. But before we dive into this match, it is important to note that Liv Morgan was being interviewed backstage in the pre-show, and Dominic makes an appearance, Dominic Mysterio. And Dominic basically says, I came all the way out to Saudi Arabia to just make sure that mommy's title does not end up in your hands. And that is my mission. That is what I'm going to make happen. You are not walking out of here with the title. So they kind of just like glaze over it. They don't really mention it. During the match, Dominic does make an appearance, and he decides to throw a chair into the ring, intended for Becky Lynch's use, but Becky Lynch refused to use it, left the chair there. Dom's distracting the referee. So Liv Morgan gets up, DDTs Becky Lynch onto the chair, and then hits her with an Oblivion. 1, 2, 3, brand new champion, Liv Morgan. I like the way that they did it. I think that it keeps Becky Lynch as like a strong wrestler, and she lost in underhanded moves. And they even referenced it the following episode of Monday Night Raw. Liv Morgan says that she knows that she didn't beat Becky Lynch clean, but it doesn't matter because she's the champion. Personally, I thought it was the right decision. Deven, I'm going to pass it over to you. Do you agree with the decision of the booking to make Liv Morgan champion, and also, like, where do you see this going next? Because Rhea Ripley's still out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, first off, that was one of the first matches I got right, so I just want to say that real quick.
Oh
God. Boys, y'all gonna hate me tonight. It's okay. It's okay. Back to my first predicted right match. But yes, it was the right decision for Liv to win. It was time. Some people were just kind of like, because now it makes sense though, because we're all like, why did Becky win in the Battle Royal when it should have been Liv? But now it makes sense. Have your top star give the title to Liv, because that was probably the first plan with Rhea. Then she got hurt. Why give the belt to Liv from a Battle Royal? It wouldn't make any sense. I just like the way it ended. It was so funny. Like the whole time, like Michael Cole's like, "What are you doing out here? Get out of here, you bum!" Like, and he's just yelling at him, and then like he costs us back in the match, and he goes, "Done more." It's like, yo, Michael, calm down, bro.
It was awesome.
Not like him.
He was going off on him, bro.
Michael Cole and Dominic Mysterio might have legitimate beef. Honestly, like,
did y'all see?
I hate that man.
Did y'all see
really mean things to Dom?
Oh, dude, he go off of him real quick. I know, like there's a video from Monday Night Raw after, and Michael Cole and Pat McAfee are walking by, passing. And someone said Michael Cole looks like a very disappointed dad after your kid gets striked out.
Absolutely.
I felt that. That's right there, man.
That's hilarious.
Swing for the ball, damn it!
Get the
Why is the bat on the shoulder?
It's not that goddamn hard. Jesus!
Oh my god, that's so funny. All right, Deven, you bringing up Monday Night Raw leads me into the next topic. So, rematch clauses are back. Okay, I think we can officially
very
say
shocking.
Very shocking, Bob.
Because Drew McIntyre issued a rematch clause for his Money in the Bank loss. Well, Damian Priest cashed in the Money in the Bank. Drew McIntyre is getting a rematch at Clash at the Castle. Becky Lynch invoked her rematch clause on the following episode of Monday Night Raw. But the difference is this one was inside of a steel cage. The match itself was okay. Wasn't anything spectacular. Not the greatest steel cage match I've ever seen. Becky Lynch had a much better steel cage match against Trish Stratus.
Yep. Back
in November, October, somewhere around there. So the match was okay, but Liv Morgan does retain, which leads me to. Let me slow down. There was more Dominic interference. Okay. There's more Dominic interference. Dominic comes out. He opens up the steel cage door and is, helping Becky Lynch crawl out of the ring, out of the steel cage to win. Finn Balor and JD McDonough come down the ramp and distract Dominic. And Braun Strowman had been chasing JD McDonough throughout the stadium all night. So Braun Strowman's music hits, chases them around the ring, shoulders Dominic Mysterio into the steel cage door, slamming it on Becky Lynch, which causes Liv Morgan to be able to crawl out of the steel cage. So Liv Morgan wins, retains her title. And then Raw went off the air. We had to go on the internet to find this. Liv Morgan just decided to make out with Dom Mysterio on the ramp. I don't know what's going on here. Obviously, they're telling a Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley storyline.
Dev, how you feel about that? I just want your opinion.
I have no opinion. It happened. It happened.
Devin Ziegler, would you like to give your opinion?
It should have been me.
No comment. No comment. No comment.
That's gonna be the thumbnail, by the way. So
Don't.
All right. Long story short. Let's get back to it here, boys.
We're out of control today. We're out of control.
All right. Long story short. Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan was a two-parter. There was Dominic interference in both, causing Liv to not only take the championship from Becky Lynch, but retain it on the following episode of Monday Night Raw. Real life situation. If you would allow me to keep going here.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good. Continue.
All right. Real life
episode
situation.
10's out of control.
Real life situation here. Becky Lynch's contract expires as of this recording. I believe this upcoming Saturday, June 1st.
Mm-hmm.
She has been offered by the WWE, from what I understand, but she has not signed a contract yet. You guys suck. This show sucks.
He's making me laugh. I literally hear him laughing. I look at him. He's still laughing. He's like, "Yeah, it's laughing."
Elijah, mute yourself.
I'm sorry. Deven Ziegler got me.
We need a break. We need a break.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm good.
No, it's all good.
I'm good.
It's all good. This is welcome to TMI. We get a little. Okay?
Let me just. Oh my gosh!
Focus.
Deven Ziegler took me out. I'm sorry. I'm good.
Oh.
Okay, I'm good.
All right. Real life situation here. Becky Lynch's contract has expired, or it will expire June 1st, which I believe is this upcoming Saturday. First and foremost, Becky Lynch deserves her flowers. She made my personal top 10 favorites of all time list. Becky Lynch is one of the 4 horsewomen, and what she's done for WWE specifically, but for the industry of women's wrestling as a whole, has just cannot be replicated, and she definitely deserves her flowers. So with her contract expiring, there's a couple scenarios that the internet's running with. Personally, I do think she's going to re-sign with the WWE. I just think that she's going to take this a little break because she has been a nonstop workhorse her entire career. So her only break that I can recall is when she was pregnant. So that's a reasonable excuse. The internet is running with the theory that she will either sign with AEW or she will be going into retirement. So I'm going to hand each one of you one of those scenarios, and I would like to explain a world where that said scenario happens. So I'll start with Elijah. How would you feel about Becky Lynch going into AEW?
I mean, I wouldn't like that just because I don't see a big spot for her where they could fit her in besides maybe like a Mercedes Moné thing. But even then, I'd rather her come back to WWE. But that's just me being biased. I personally would, like you said, prefer to stick with WWE. But if they go into AEW, you could build something like a Mercedes Moné or a Britt Baker situation. Julia Hart could be also a really good one. Really good feud that can cook as well. There's definitely options, but it's not my favorite outcome if that did happen.
I agree. And she was in an interview with Ariel Helwani on his show, and he asked about the contract. This was a couple months ago, but he asked about the contract, and she did say that it as of right now, it's WWE or nothing. So I'm led to believe that she's telling the truth. Obviously, if Tony Khan throws a bag at her, I wouldn't blame her for taking it. But the other option, Deven, is just straight up retirement, and we get no more Becky Lynch. If that were to happen, one, is she a Hall of Famer? And two, what does a world with no Becky Lynch look like?
She's definitely a Hall of Famer. Let's think about this for a minute, man. Like I said, she started this movement with the 4 horsewomen. Her, Charlotte, Sasha Banks at the time, and Bayley. She started all that. Yes, lately has she been getting a little overpushed? Yeah, but
Yeah,
There's a reason why she gets that. She is
no cap.
What you just
no cap.
No cap. No cap, man. Hold on to my hat. Just make sure she don't choke me with this.
No cap.
All right.
But no, like, you can't tell me that she's not a Hall of Famer, and you can't be like, I love watching her wrestle. She's a fantastic wrestler. Yes, lately her promos haven't been the best, but at the same time, though, like, having her in the WWE in that women's division, like, she is the top dog. She is her, and I appreciate everything she's done. Like, she talked about in her book that one thing that she did not like was when she knew she didn't want to go over someone. She wants someone to go over her. Like when she came back against Bianca Belair, she wanted Bianca to win.
Yeah.
But Redacted said, no, we need you to win so you can turn heel. So like he did that, and then like she got upset because I think it was Shayna Baszler that she beat, but she wanted her to go over. She wanted to lose against Shayna. So all these things she's been doing lately is to have these other wrestlers go over her so they can get the bigger spot. That's a big part of what she's doing. It will suck if she retired, but I will understand. She wants to be there for her daughter, be there full-time, be a full-time mom. Seth is already resigned with WWE. If she were to resign with AEW, if she were to sign with AEW, I think that'd be kind of weird. It would be interesting, but kind of weird, because then now one thing she didn't want was both parents being away from her child.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, yeah, it's pretty much WWE or nothing. But it's like Zach said, if Tony said, "Hey, I got blah 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 blah." Oh,
I mean, with your name on it.
Yeah,
that number could be anything. It's a blank check. You can write whatever you want on there,
dude. But I don't see that happening either. I really do believe that she's just taking a break. She wants to. Yeah, she just wants to be with her family,
taking like a year off or something.
Yeah, well, think about this too. Seth's staying at home too.
If it's a year, if it is a full year, that pop when she comes back is going to be like.
Oh yeah, she's the man. She's literally the man.
The man.
So, yeah. All right.
No cap.
Just wanted to sidetrack there, because that is a real life situation with one of the biggest stars in the history of the company. So,
yeah.
If this is a retirement type situation, she definitely deserves her flowers. So I felt like that was an appropriate place to shove that in there. But let's get back on track with the show. The match that followed was the triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship. So it was champion Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed. I picked Chad Gable. I understand.
Oh, what? What?
I don't know why you would, but
okay. Yeah. No. Well, I was about to tell you if you would stop interrupting me and stop gloating 5-0.
I also got it right too. That's what I thought out there.
It's very true.
I really just wanted Chad Gable to win. That's basically the moral of the story here. Was I wanted it, and I love Sami Zayn, one of my all time favorites. But I just want this world where Chad Gable's Intercontinental Champion while all of this is happening. So the match was. There's two types of triple threat matches. There's the triple threat match where somebody is on the outside of the ring the whole time, hurt, and it's basically just a glorified one-on-one match. And then there's what happened Saturday, which is like all three wrestlers are involved the whole time, and it is just hard-hitting, fast-paced. You never know like what's coming next, and that's the triple threat that we got Saturday. So this match overall was fantastic. I think that Bronson Reed is the one who stuck out here the most to me, because that man, I didn't know his bag. Okay, I was unfamiliar with his game. He went from a moonsault to a suicide dive to just he put on an absolute show. And his power was on display as well. And there was a segment of moves where like somehow everybody ended up in an ankle lock, which I thought was really cool. There was that moment and the ending. So the ending was great. I think that it was produced very well. But But to understand the ending, let's start at the beginning. So Chad Gable's making his entrance. The "You Suck" chants raining down on him. Fantastic job out of the crowd. Maxine Dupree and Otis are walking down to the ring with him. He turns and he looks at Maxine. He said, get back to the back. You're not coming to this match with me. You're going to go hang out in the back.
Get out!
Which,
gosh.
He then did again. He then did again on Monday Night Raw, but we're not talking about that right now. Chad Gable, the heel Chad Gable. I said it.
It's different.
Last week or 2 weeks ago. I didn't know what I was missing. He's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Gable is insane.
Yeah, Pert Gable. But Chad Gable was directing Otis at one point in the match. Chad Gable had all the momentum. He was directing Otis to take out Sami Zayn and Bronson Reed. So he takes out Bronson Reed, no hesitation. That's all good and well. And then Otis is then directed to take out Sami Zayn. He's very hesitant. He just doesn't not sure what he wants to do. Feels conflicted about it. Eventually, he does go to attack Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn ducks. Otis takes out Gable. So Gable's done for the match. And there was this really good shot as Sami Zayn's music was playing. They pan over to Chad Gable and Otis, and Chad Gable just has the most angry look on his face of all time. And he's looking at Otis, and he's about to burn a hole into his head with how angry he was.
That's real disappointed dad right there.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Take the bat off your shoulder. So I guess I understand why Sami Zayn won, and obviously you two picked it. So you two think that it was the right booking decision. I get it. Where, Elijah, I know you love heel Gable. Where does this go? Where does this go from here? How does Chad Gable continue to elevate this character and just make him even more hateable?
I think because they did a really good job of making him look like a douchebag on Raw. I won't get too far into that, but the whole Maxine Dupree kicking, telling her, get out of here, and then fucking getting ready to whoop Otis like he is
with a
child.
Belt?
Yeah.
So,
did the whole this is gonna hurt me more is gonna hurt you.
Literally disappointed father.
Yeah, giving almost every kid PTSD.
This guy. He's a coach and a dad. That's bad combination right there. When you have a dad as a coach.
But no, I think they're going to continue to be it's going to be like him trying to coach Otis. Otis is kind of fumbling the ball, and he's like, you know what? I don't think he's going to kick Otis out. I think he's going to keep Otis around to be like, oh, you know what? Let me show you some real winners. Let me show you people that's actually going to listen to me. Creed brothers come in.
Let's make it happen.
Make it happen. I forgot who's the woman with them too. That she's
Ivy Nile.
Ivy Nile, yeah. I feel like Maxine is actually gonna get kicked out and be like, you know what? No. There's only winners over here, and then bring Ivy Nile in to be the heel, the female heel of the group, and then eventually Otis is going to become a heel for a little bit longer, but then that pop when he finally turns on him.
Yeah.
Is going to be insane.
The crowd popped whenever he made that mistake Saturday. That was a huge pop. As soon as Otis connected with that clothesline. I understand from a booking decision why they went with Sami Zayn. It makes sense. Deven, do you have anything to add to this match other than the fact that you picked the winner? We get it.
So right now, I just went 2-0. Okay, cool.
Yep. All right, moving on. Congratulations. All right. The next two matches were the Queen of the Ring match and followed up by the King of the Ring match. I just want to say real quick, before the show went on the air, I believe it was Thursday evening, Triple H made an announcement that the winner of the King and Queen of the Ring are going to get a guaranteed world title spot at SummerSlam. So, first of all,
which we predicted.
You can brag all you want about your 5-0. You can brag all you want about your 5-0. I legitimately predicted the script. Okay, so you're welcome.
I'll give you that. That was a good prediction.
You're welcome. Thank you. I'm glad King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring actually means something, and that makes my heart happy. So we'll dive into the Queen of the Ring first. The matchup was Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax, which was, as we said last week, kind of a surprise on the Lyra Valkyria end. We definitely thought that she was put into the tournament just to like showcase her a little bit. We didn't expect her to get to the finals. There was actually a point in this match where I thought that Lyra actually might pull out the victory, which would have shocked me, absolutely floored me. So Nia Jax does end up getting the win. She becomes Queen of the Ring, and she will get a world title shot for the WWE Women's Championship, depending on who's the holder of said title. But as of right now, it's Bayley. So that match, the Queen of the Ring finals match, was a really, really good match. And we said on our Backlash predictions episode, I think it was Backlash, that Nia Jax as a worker has improved tenfold ever since she came back. And this match was just more evident of that. I also started to notice that when Nia Jax is paired up with a smaller wrestler, such as Lyra Valkyria, or even her match with Becky Lynch was really good, that seems to be when we get the best work out of her, whenever she's overpowering, much larger than her opponent. So they may have found like a little like niche for Nia Jax, but the ending sequence of this is really the only talking point from this match. The Annihilator that Nia Jax hit on Lyra Valkyria has got to be one of the most devastating moves I've ever seen. It looked like her chest and rib cage just collapsed. It was Lyra Valkyria, bless her heart, was trying to powerbomb Nia Jax out of the corner. And Nia Jax just decides to let go of everything and just squash her. Literally squash her. Squash. Which that's a nice callback to all of her promos over the last summer. But no, that's better. That's really the only talking point that I see from this match. Deven, do you have anything to add to this other than the fact that move was just devastating?
Real quick, 3-0 so far. So y'all gonna hate me.
Hey, so far, me too.
Yeah.
Just wait.
We'll talk about that next match. Anyways, no, like literally, so I was at work when the match was happening, so I had to listen, and all I hear from Michael Cole is, "Oh my gosh, the Annihilator 1, 2." They're like, "She's not moving. She's not moving."
I will just let you know that was a worthy reaction. Like that.
Oh my gosh.
The words that came out of Michael Cole's mouth are logical and acceptable for the situation.
Yeah.
Because for those of you that don't know, the Annihilator is the bonsai drop that Yokozuna used to do and everything.
Yokozuna.
Rest in peace.
Normally, rest in peace. And normally, I'm like, that's kind of he is Samoan. He's a Japanese Samoan, I guess.
Freaking redundant.
Anyway,
but he would do that move, and I never thought it was like too impactful because it's like, oh yeah, they just like kind of like second rope, bam, sits on him. I've never seen a top rope
dude
to a standing opponent. I just want to throw that out there. A standing opponent.
She wasn't laying down.
Yeah, she wasn't laying down to like brace herself. It was actively trying to like sunset flip power bomber and just fucking
just death. And then just death.
Yeah, just death. Like
death.
That was, I think, the most brutal drop I've ever seen. Like that was the perfect way. Like if you want to sell that move killing someone, that was the first time I recognized like, oh yeah, that move could fucking
Bless
kill
her
someone.
soul,
Actually,
man. Lyra's a dog. She still had a match that 2 days later. Dog.
Yeah. And again, the women
put together by band-aids and wrap, but she's alive.
She saw the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that day. She saw our Lord and Savior.
Absolutely.
And Jesus said, "Sorry, not today.
Not yet.
Today.
My ribs."
Please.
Please, I'm in so much pain.
Another shout out to the Saudi crowd, because the crowd actually made this match feel much more important.
Oh yeah, they were in it.
Shout out to Nia Jax, Queen of the Ring. We're gonna move on to the King of the Ring now.
No.
Gunther versus Randy Orton. Gunther took home the crown here, no pun intended. This is the match that I was most excited about on our predictions episode. This match absolutely delivered. So this match was everything that I wanted to be, and then some. One of my favorite moments of the match was like there was a finishing sequence. You know how we joke about Gunther stores up all his finishers like it's 2K and just uses them all, and then like just destroys his opponent, right? So that happened. Like there was a back and forth where Gunther used a couple of his finishers. Randy Orton hit an RKO, a good false finish, and Randy Orton went for the pin. And I think it was the knee that he was selling at the time, Randy Orton. But
yeah, he was selling his knee and back and neck. He was selling a lot of things.
Exactly. But yeah, that sequence in the middle of the match was really cool. Lots of false finishes, lots of moments where I definitely thought that Randy Orton was going to win this match. Fast forward to the ending, the actual ending. Gunther, I believe it was a crucifix pin, but Gunther rolls up Randy Orton, and from the camera view that they were showing, Randy Orton was clearly not down. Both shoulders were not down, right? So 1, 2, 3, Gunther gets the victory. Referee's decision is final. They cannot change the outcome of the match, but on the following episode of Raw, or no, actually, that was not on Raw. I apologize. Later on in the night, Triple H actually put out a tweet that said, I understand, like, yes, this did happen, which I love the fact that they're actually bringing it up and they're not just sweeping it under the rug. The fact that that's a thing is awesome. I love that because mistakes happen, right? So, like, you got to acknowledge them. Thank you. So whenever Triple H tweeted out, like, Randy's beat up, Randy's going to be out for a while, but like we definitely will get this rematch at some point in the future. So that was really cool. Again, referee's decision is final. So Gunther is your King of the Ring. I know for a fact Elijah has a gripe with this because he was the only one of us to pick Randy Orton to win. So Elijah, go ahead and let us know your opinion on this match.
Randy's shoulders were up, and that was some bullshit. It was a good match, but Randy should have won. Braun Breaker should have came out and killed Gunther, and then we get that feud. God damn it!
That would have been great. That feud would have been.
You know, Gunther is a really good King of the Ring winner, and hopefully, especially since now they are actually getting title shots, I'm actually very excited about that.
Put that belt on that man, please.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully that continues, and you know, even though Randy's shoulders were up, and Randy should be holding that crown right now, and I should be undefeated.
My boy is
not
going through it.
He's going through it.
I wanted to go 2 weeks in a row undefeated. And
I will
sometimes
say,
it doesn't go your way, and it's okay. That's a life lesson.
You know, that's what we do here is life lessons. Tag me in is life lessons.
Yes, sir.
And very stupid bits that we drag on way too long. But mostly the life lessons thing. I will say before I pass it off to Deven and we get his, I predicted this one right. Before we go into all that,
Mr. Favreau, fucking
womp womp. So before I pass it off to him, Gunther getting the title shot because he won King of the Ring makes sense. The reason that I believe Randy Orton didn't win is because Randy Orton can walk into Nick Aldis' office tomorrow and say, give me a title shot, and Randy Orton will get it. As much as we love Gunther, Gunther's not at that level yet. So Gunther winning to earn the title shot makes sense in my brain. And if Randy Orton wants a title match at SummerSlam, all he has to do is ask for it, and they're going to give it to him. So I think that makes sense. But with that being said, I'll pass it over to Deven so he can do his little gloating thing. And just go ahead, let us know that you predicted this right, and then add any notes or anything that you have for this match.
Not only did I predict this right, boys, but a couple of weeks ago we had this question: who do you want to win the King of the Ring? I picked Gunther. So I'm just feeling myself right now, man. I love being right. I love being right. Sorry. Okay.
You don't get double points.
I in my head I do.
You don't get points for glazing yourself, brother.
Hey, brother, don't be mad, brother. Listen, Gunther's a dog. He tacked Randy at his weakest point. I wish one thing I wish we had like a healthier Randy Orton, healthier, because I think it's all like selling, which Randy did a great job of selling. His knee, his back, his neck, everything, dude. Like I was like, geez, he's so what? Yeah, dude, it was a great match. Honestly, I enjoyed it. I remember at one point in the match, Gunther does that one finisher off the top rope. He slipped, but made it look so good too. I'm like, is there anything this guy can't do? Like, I mean, yes, Elijah is right, and I do know why he's upset. His shoulders were up.
Yeah, for sure.
And the ref's right there. The ref is right there. It wasn't like it was a bad position. He was right there. So I don't get that.
Referees are blind in any sport, I guess.
Yeah, you're on God. On God.
Don't get me started.
Oh gosh, we're not doing this now. No, but Gunther's the king of the ring. He's going to probably go against whoever wins that Clash of the Castle or the future, whatever. I can't wait.
Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest have a match coming up at Clash of the Castle. If we could run back Drew McIntyre versus Gunther, sign me up. 10 days out of 10.
Let's go.
That match would be so good. All right. Moving on to the main event. So this match, Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul for the undisputed WWE Championship, was originally previewed or promoted as champion versus champion. Logan Paul rips up the contract. Only Cody will be defending his title, which it went from an interesting match of like, I think that WWE knows that nobody likes double champions. So they were going to have some sort of shenanigans happen to where nobody takes a pin. There's going to be some sort of disqualification and everybody walks out, as their champion that they walked in with. Removing the stipulation of double champion kind of ruined that. So it took a interesting type of match that we, didn't really know how it was going to finish to a very obvious finish. So Cody Rhodes does end up winning, retaining his title. But as much as I didn't love the predictability of it, predictability isn't always bad. The match itself was amazing. Okay. The in-ring work rate of both of these guys is top tier, next level. I talked Logan Paul up. I almost said CM Punk because I saw your shirt. I talked Logan Paul up last week about how good in ring he is. We even mentioned it already in this episode, but Logan Paul is so good, and he's just such a natural at this. Couple things that I loved during this match were the Cody cutter from the barricade onto the announce table. Just looked like it hurt so much. And then, of course, the moment that went like super viral was the drone shot circling around Logan Paul into the frog splash on the announce table. That was so cool. And apparently that's something that Logan Paul pitched at WrestleMania 38. Or maybe it was 39. I can't remember. But Logan Paul pitched that. He released the screenshot of him and Triple H's conversations. That's something that he's wanted to do for a long time. So the fact that they were able to make that happen. Kevin Dunn, the old producer for WWE, just keeps getting buried week after week because production ever since he quit has taken 10 steps forward.
Oh yeah.
As good as the match was, is as equally as bad as the finish was. So this match had a special ring announcer. I guess over in Saudi Arabia they have this actor / comedian who is like super popular over there. I might butcher the name. Ibrahim Al-Hajjaj. Okay. It's cool. You can be the ring announcer. The crowd loves you. I get it. Don't get involved in the match, please. Flashbacks to Jon Stewart at SummerSlam, like a direct interference resulting in the finish of the match. I don't love it, but overall the match was great. The right person won, in my opinion. I also don't love that one of our champions took a clean pin. I'm not a big fan of that. Said that with the Gable versus Sami Zayn match on the Monday Night Raw before King and Queen of the Ring. But overall, match was great. So I loved it. Some crazy spots. Elijah, how do you feel about the match overall? And that finish, I would assume you also didn't love it, but how did you feel about the match?
I mean, it was fine. It's not my favorite Cody match of all time. Like it had its moments, don't get me wrong. It wasn't really my favorite. I was like, yeah, it's good. Like, don't get me wrong, I thought it was good.
It's all right.
I mean, it's all right. No, like it was fine, but like I think the big spots that were brought into it were really important. Like, I really think that was, like, that drone shot was an amazing idea. Like, for real. Like, that was dope. I respect the hell out of that. And like you also said, the Cody cutter off of the barricade. And the right person obviously won. I honestly, like, kind of a hot take here, I do like how Logan leading up to it did go like, oh, psych, rip up the contract. I have my own attorney. He wrote this one up. Now it's your time. Like, I thought it added on to it because, it made it predictable, but it also boosts his character.
Well, yeah, for sure. And don't get me wrong. Like, what Logan Paul did like evolve his character work. And like, I also found it very entertaining and very hilarious, but it just took it took what could have been like a very interesting ending to an ending that we all saw coming. But go on, I'm sorry.
Because also like the lead up to it where he's like, we'll fight right now. Like, referee check him. And then all of a sudden Logan gets checked afterwards, gets the brass knucks. These aren't even my pants, bro. Oh, those aren't mine. Like, I don't know what's with WWE with these fucking clothing promos where it's like, oh, you like the hat? These aren't my pants. What are we doing?
He said, these are my brother's pants. These are my brother's pants. I don't even wear Venti.
I was like, God damn, we're just building a fucking outfit. We got Becky's hat, Jake or Logan Paul's pants.
I'm ready for the shirt. Who's gonna come with the shirt now?
Who's coming out with being like, y'all like the shirt?
Drew McIntyre.
Waiting for it.
Drew McIntyre's WrestleMania. He tried to get that
shirt. Bro, we're fucking creating.
And then we got the nail shoes. Oh gosh.
Yeah, the nail shoes from the Young Bucks.
The nail shoes.
Oh no.
This bit sucks.
You're just gonna get that like fucking copy his foot shirt, $25, pants $300, shoes $250.
Right.
Dress like the average
nails not included.
Fan.
Nails not included.
I'm not gonna lie, those.
Man,
those
the nails.
Because they came out, they partnered with I think Reebok to release the Super Kick Party shoe.
Really that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they the pump up and everything. They actually look pretty cool.
Okay,
little sidebar, but no. To summarize everything, like it was a okay match, but I like the big spots that they did do. And then, with the ring announcer getting involved at the very end, I wasn't a fan of it. Because I'm like, why are you the fucking hero? Like, that didn't make sense. I can see if it was built up, but it's kind of like no one knew, or at least I didn't know that he was going to be there. And then they go, all right, he's a special ring announcer. Okay, makes sense. And then goes like, actually, he's going to get involved in the match. But the American audience isn't going to know him at all. And it's like, well, okay.
All right.
Okay.
It was kind of it wasn't a fan, but overall, solid match.
Deven, one last victory lap for you. Did you happen to predict Cody Rhodes winning? And also, what were your opinions on this match?
Yes, I did. Boys, I went a perfect 5-0. That's why I'm being such a douchebag in this episode. Because I
don't even think I went that crazy when I was.
You didn't, and that's okay. That's okay. But real quick. So Elijah, you went undefeated the last
I did actually.
Hey, good. I went undefeated.
Did you go undefeated?
Yes, sir. Yes, I did actually.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool.
That's congratulations, man.
Hey, Zach. What about you, buddy?
So I'm a father of 3.
Some
things in life.
God, just like LeBron James making excuses.
Some things in life, at the end of the day, you're still going to wake up and have your same life that you had today, the same life that you had yesterday. I'm a father of 3. Some things in life are bigger than a silly wrestling contest.
I'm a father of 1. Okay, does that count?
I'm trying to keep myself alive here.
Right.
Okay. No, I enjoyed the match. So last week I said this would be a 5-star match. Yeah, nah.
No.
4-star. I'll give it 4-star.
It was good.
So I guess no one's perfect,
No, I mean at the same time, even if it was a great match, Meltzer giving a wrestler back-to-back 5 stars. I mean, come on.
Never gonna happen.
Come on, it's not New Japan. Come on, guys. I was like, but no, it was a great overall match. I love how they have Logan as the heel. Oh yeah, you can take my brass knuckles. Like, I'm not gonna need those. Oh yes, come on. I had a feeling it was coming, and Michael Cole's over here, dude. Michael Cole he was like involved in almost every match. He's yelling at Logan and everything. It calls him a loser.
Yeah,
You're a loser.
You're a loser. What did he say to me? I honestly like this version of Michael Cole because Michael Cole's a heel back in the day.
Yep.
It was annoying as hell. I hated it even as a kid.
And eventually,
this version of Michael Cole, low-key, I like it a lot.
I love it.
I like Disappointed Dad.
Yeah, hopefully this is the last. Hopefully this is the last time this name gets brought up today. But he doesn't have redacted in his ear telling him exactly what to say at all times, so he can actually just like explore and be himself.
Oh yeah. But no, great match, and like I said, I like how they kept the heel Logan Paul. You don't trust the heels. You can't trust the heel. They're not going to keep their promise. They're going to find ways to try to win the match. And Cody Cody being champion, and I'm loving like seeing him defend it. And I'm excited to see who the next opponent is. I would not be surprised if he's defending it again at Clash of the Castle. I'd be so happy if he was able to do that. That means we have a full-time champion. Nothing against Roman. I love Roman. Please don't hurt me. But it's just.
Thank you.
But it's the truth, though. It's just the truth. I like seeing a full-time champion be able to defend every single PLE.
Absolutely. All right. We're just going to be quick with these, but we do this every review show. We're just going to lump them together. So I'll start with Elijah. Give me your favorite match and give me an overall letter grade for this show.
Favorite match I'd have to say was Gunther versus Randy.
Okay.
I think it did really good. Wrong man won, but that's fine. I definitely still enjoyed the match overall, and for a show, I would give it. I'd give it a solid B. Solid B.
Deven, what are you thinking?
I definitely have to go Randy versus Gunther. That's my favorite match of the night. That match cooked from beginning to end. I enjoyed it so much, and I think this one B plus. It's not every match was great, but I enjoyed it, and the crowd was in it, but it wasn't like Backlash.
I completely agree with you guys. I actually do. As much as I love the Randy and Gunther match, and it was everything I wanted it to be, my favorite match of the night to watch was actually the triple threat. And
oh yeah,
it's really on the back of I just was unaware of Bronson Reed's bag, like
fair enough,
moonsault and a suicide.
I was unfamiliar with your game.
Honestly, Shaquille O'Neal, like I was unfamiliar. I love Bronson Reed, and I always knew that he was like a really good powerhouse, but man, he really impressed me Saturday. But as far as an overall grade, I'm actually going to go B minus, and
okay,
it would be B plus to A minus range had Uncle Howdy appeared.
Yes.
Which I think we're just waiting for.
We're all waiting for it, and don't get me wrong. Look, I'm still gonna dive into the QR codes and find all the little hidden gems and all.
It's getting creepier. I'm sorry.
I love it because I love creepy shit. So yeah. I am 100% get it even more spooky.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
and like I said, I'm right there with you. I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but like we got to get him at some point, and I think that this show would have been just
Yeah,
fine for that. My original fear was that this crowd would not give the love that it deserved.
Oh yeah,
to the Uncle Howdy, but this crowd was great.
They would have loved it.
So yeah, B minus. Uncle Howdy, just I need his debut really really bad.
They're probably gonna wait till SummerSlam if I have to like take a little prediction here.
Okay, yeah.
The way the QR codes are going, I can see it. I'm going Money in the Bank.
Wow, that's even. Oh no, that's closer than SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. It definitely they're doing a great job of building it, and it like you said, Elijah, it's getting spookier and spookier every time.
Yeah.
All right, that is this episode. That is our King and Queen of the Ring review. Before we get out of here and we say our goodbyes, next week we actually talked about this us three earlier today. Next week we are going to be doing a very fun episode. We think it'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully you all agree. We are going to be doing a snake draft type style where we are going to be drafting our own factions. So what we're going to do is we're going to draft a leader, we're going to draft a tag team, we're going to draft a mid-carder, a female, and a manager. So we're going to do a snake draft, and we're going to see who can come up with the best faction. And then we'll put a poll out on Twitter, we'll put a poll out on TikTok, wherever we can make polls. We will make a poll, and we will tally up the votes, and you all can vote on who you think built the best faction. So I personally, I'm really excited about next week's episode. Mm-hmm. But with that being said, episode 10 is in the books. Another fantastic episode, if I do say so myself. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for tuning in, giving us your time of day. We really, really appreciate it. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Everywhere that you can find us, give us a like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment. Again, we really appreciate you all listening, and don't forget to tag me in. Peace.
Peace.